Hi guys, welcome to the Tech Career Booster. My name is Jos Ballardine, and this is the second video of the series Reflections on the Software Engineer Career. Today I'm going to try to answer a very single question which is in most of the current software engineers' mind. And that question is, will AI replace software engineers? What do you think? Do you think AI is capable enough already for replacing software engineers, or will that be smart enough in the near future to replace software engineers? If you are also curious about that, stay with me and let's dive deep on that. Let's discuss this and other questions related to the AI and the software engineer career. First thing I want to talk about and I want to discuss with you guys is like this question. In a world increasingly driven by technology, can the creators of this technology, software engineers, be replaced by their own creation? What do you guys think? If you think of many things you have experienced in your life, you have seen over the human history, over our evolution, do you think a machine is going to be capable to actually replace a human being, or even not a machine, but some sort of intelligence? Do you think it's going to be able to replace that? We can have some similar questions, but you guys are going to see a way to respond that a bit easier. For examples, if humans create a robot that can create robots, do we still need humans? That's the analogy I want to make. Like, what's the sort of thing we are gonna need to build itself? Do you think just a smart tool is gonna be able to build any sort of software we're gonna need from now on, from this point to the future, just sort of artificial intelligence? And the name says it's artificial, it's not natural. Do you think it's going to be able to build any sort of software? That's what we're going to try to discuss in this video. That's what we're going to try to bring for discussions. But I can anticipate to you guys, we are not going to have the answers here. I'm not here trying to answer those questions. I'm here just bringing the discussion and trying to bring some peace of mind to you guys, especially to the developers. And you guys are going to understand the do's and don'ts, the whys behind of that. That's what I'm trying to bring in this video. So let's try to understand a little bit of the context here, what we are talking about when we say AIs. As there are different types of intelligence in humans, there are different types of AI. How do we define the line where AI becomes capable enough to replace human engineers in software development? Where is the line? Where we can say, okay, that's enough now, that artificial intelligence, it is similar to a human being. It is similar to a software engineer. It can do the same thing. Where's going to be the line? If we even don't have that line on people, if you get different engineers, they're going to have different levels of intelligence. They're going to have different levels of skills, of problem-solving skills, of any other skills you need to be a software engineer. If different people, they have different levels, but they still are software engineers, what is the level we're going to attribute to the AI? When an AI is going to be able to replace a software development? I can give you guys an analogous question. Is a painter replaced by the invention of the camera, or does it open up new avenues for artistic expressions? What happened when the camera and then the digital camera were invented? What happened to the painters? What happened to people who used to paint people? Were they replaced, or they repurposed the artistic expression they had? That's a similar thing. When we try to think of the line, what the AI is going to do, what the software engineer is going to do, probably it's going to free up the engineer's time to do more complex things, or more artistic things, or more human things. That's the sort of thinking we are looking after here. As you guys noticed, this video is full of questions and probably lacking some answers, but I want to bring you another thing to think of. Like, if the ultimate goal of the technology is to make our lives easier, at what point does this goal conflict with our need for purpose and employment? You know, it's sort of conflicting itself. The goals we have, we want the technology to make our life easier. That's all it's about. Since the beginning of technology, since we invented the first machine, the first thing to help us, it was to help us to actually make our life easier, make human beings' life easier. But at what point that easier life is going to become a purposeless life, a useless life? Where's the line again? Where we can draw a line in the sand and say, okay, here's the limit. Here's where the technology should stop making our lives easier. If machines take over all labor, does that free humanity to pursue higher purpose, or does it render us purposeless? Basically, that's the questions we have to try to answer. But more than answer that question, we should build that feature. We should be thinking of what we want and then building that, because at this point in time, at this moment, most of these things are just speculations. They don't exist yet. Yes, we do very smart models. We do have many generative language models which sounds like a human being, but they are still not smart enough. They still can't replace us at this point in time. And I'm not saying it's not going to be able to in the future, but I'm saying we are building that. And when I say we, I'm saying software engineers like myself, like my team, like you guys who are watching this video. If you are a software engineer already, if you are not, if you want to become a software engineer, you are going to be building that feature. And that's bring us another question, which is, as we stand on the precipice of an AI revolution, how can aspiring software developers shape this technology to augment the human capabilities rather than replace them? That's what we should sort of think of. How we are going to build that as software engineers, as a dev, how we are going to build that feature, or how they are building that feature. We can change the question to something more understandable, like this one. We have invented the wheel, the printing press, the internet, and that shaped the human history. Now we have to think of how can we shape the development of AI to benefit humanity. That's the mentality we all should be bringing to the table. We should be thinking of how we're going to shape it, how we're going to build those AI tools, those systems, to actually help us, not to replace us. We should be thinking of how it's going to be helpful to us, how it's going to free up our time, how it's going to give us more time to do more things, or more interesting things, or more human being things. That's the shape of that. That's how it must be built. And if you're still concerned that's going to replace you, if you're still concerned that's going to replace software engineers, I want to bring to you another analogy. I want you to consider the development and use of AI models as similar to construction and maintenance of a complex network of highways. what happened when we have to build a network of highways to get somewhere, to connect cities, to go to one place to another place? If we want to build that, what we're going to need, which phases we're going to need, and how it's going to work. We will probably start with the construction phase. And that what we have in the construction phase of a network of highways. We're going to need skilled engineers to design the roadways. We are going to need engineers to consider all the roads, how people are going to go to the place they want to go. And also, the engineers need to make sure the roads are safe and efficient to travel. So, to build that network of highways, we're definitely going to need engineers, right? Not software engineers, they're going to be highway engineers, but we're going to need engineers to think of all the solution. Similarly to that, we have the creation of AI models. And the creation of AI models, what we are needing at the moment, what is happening now, at this point in time, we are creating the models. We only have a couple, maybe 3 or 4 models at this point. We only have ChatGPT, Bard, any other here and there, which many people don't know about. But we are going to be building more and more AI models. And who's going to build it? Who's going to define the rules on those models? Guess what? Software engineers. You're right. Yeah, devs, developers. These guys are going to build those models. And what they have to think of? They have to think of the design of that. They have to think of the training of those models. What's the appropriate data to train the model? The model is nothing more than the data it was trained on. So if we train that with the correct data, it's going to give us good answers. If we train that with bad data, it's going to give us bad answers. Software engineers are in the construction phase of the AI models at this point. We should also ensure it's functioning correctly and efficiently. It's going to give us the response in a time manner. So at this point, we are in the construction phase. But if we get back to our example of highways, what would be the next phase of the highways? After construction, once the highways are constructed, we're going to have the maintenance phase. The construction is done, but then we have the regular maintenance. Maintenance is required to ensure the roads remain safe and functional. If you don't keep those roads, what's going to happen? They're going to deteriorate. They're going to be destroyed. You have to keep that. These also include the repairs of road markings, potholes, upgrading sections, everything. That's the maintenance of our network of highways. Guess what? AI models are going to require maintenance. Who is going to be doing the maintenance of the AI models? Do you think AI models are going to be able to maintain themselves? They won't. They won't be able to maintain themselves. They're going to need what? Software engineers. Yeah, devs. The devs are going to be optimizing the models. They're going to be training with different data. They're going to be applying new technology to those models. The models need to be updated to remain functional and efficient. It's not just build the model and that's going to be there forever. It's not the way it works. It's going to require maintenance. Exactly the same as a network of highways. And after the maintenance phase, what happened? We're probably going to have the expansion phase. Getting back to our networks. The city grows and develops. The network of highways needs to expand to accommodate the increase in traffic, to connect new areas, to connect new places, to connect different cities, to add more cities. Population is always growing. If the population is growing, the city is growing. If the city is growing, the network of highways needs to grow. So we have to expand that. And who is going to expand it? Who's going to plan that expansion? Engineers. Yep, they're going to construct the new ways, the new sections, the new roads. They're going to plan that, they're going to plan the traffic, they're going to plan everything related to that. Comparing to our AI models, they're probably going to have to expand. Yeah, we're going to have the expansion phase of the AI. When AI is established and it's part of our life, we're going to be doing maintenance to that, and probably we're going to be expanding that to other areas of our life, to other places where it's still not being applied. Who is going to be doing that expansion? Software engineers. There will be a need for more software engineers to create new models, optimizing existing ones, and integrate them into new applications, integrate them into new systems. So again, we're going to need more software engineers. And what would be the last phase in that creation or that life cycle of our highways and of our AI models? The last phase is specialized tasks. What happens in the highways? Do we need some specialized tasks, right? What are specialized tasks in the highway? Well, we have to build bridges, we have to build tunnels, we have to build flyovers. All that required specialized engineers, specialized technology, specialized knowledge to actually build those things. Similarly to that, the development of AI models also are going to need some specialized tasks, such as natural language processing. How we're going to interact with the AIs. We're going to have to enhance the way we interact with the AIs. It's going to be always evolving. We're going to need some specialized tasks in computer vision, for example. How we're going to read the image from the cameras, the videos, like for an autonomous car. We're probably going to be reading the road, reading everything. It's in constantly evolution. It's always being enhanced. Guess what? Who's going to enhance that? Software engineers. We're going to have to reinforce the learning that required specialized task skills and knowledge from software developers. All of that's going to need software developers, going to need engineers. I can summarize that to you guys saying, just as a network of highways increased the demand for skilled engineers, the creation, maintenance, and expansion of AI models will increase the demand for skilled software developers. So if we already need a lot of software developers these days, what's going to happen in the future with AI models coming to our life and being part of our life? We are going to need even more software developers. We're going to need even more people to build those models. At this point in time, what AI is able to do? AI is actually very good on handling repetitive and well-defined tasks. It's doing that already. But it also lacks of problem-solving skills, of creativity, of emotional intelligence. All those things, they are required to build software. Despite you think it's not required, it is. Just a human can feel what the customers need, what the user need. It's very hard for a user to explain what it needs. For business analysts, for product owners, that's still a big challenge when we are talking about software development. And that challenge is going to continue. I would say the message here, guys, is while AI undoubtedly is going to change our lives, especially the life of software developers, it's not going to replace the software developers. It's actually going to increase the demand for software developer. It's more about transformation and evolution of the role of software developer rather than the complete replacement of the engineers by AI. They're not going to be replaced, but their lives are going to be changed. And as a software developer, or as someone who wants to become a software developer, how do you prepare for that? Are you prepared for the change? Are you okay to change the way you have been coding for the past 3, 5, 10 years? I don't know how long you are a software developer. Are you prepared to change the way you're coding? The way you are doing stuff? To count on someone helping you? Or something, not someone. That something is going to be the AI model helping you to create your code. It's going to make you faster. It's going to make your code better. For the ones who are trying to learn, I've created a video recently how you can take advantage of AI to actually learn everything, but most important, to learn software development. Are you taking advantage of that? Are you using AI for learning? And then if you just sit down and think of how things are going to be and how things can be, you can easily look forward and see where is it going? What should I learn? It's bloody obvious that machine learn is like in the hype at the moment. And it's bloody obvious you should be learning machine learn, because that's how the future is going to be shaped. That's how things are going to work from now. It's going to be part of our lives. Is everyone going to be building machine learning models? Is everyone going to be building AIs? No, but if you're not building AI models, you're going to be integrating AI models, or you're going to be doing any specialized tasks, as I just mentioned. And you can't do that without understanding how does that work. So even though you're not going to be developing that, you should be understanding how does that work. If I have one word to actually tell you to pursue and tell you to be, the word would be curiosity. You should be curious about what's happening, about what's going on. And being curious, you should go for that and learning what's coming. If you do that, you're always going to be on top of your profession. You're always going to be on top of the things you are doing. Why? Because if you're curious, you're going to learn faster. You're going to learn before others. And then when it comes, you already know what's coming. You already know what they're doing. While in the opposite hand, if you are not curious, if you don't learn it first, when it comes, it can catch you with your pants down. Then it's just going to come and someone is going to come to your place, and then you're going to be replaced by another human being. Not by the AI, but by another human being who already knows that. That's tricky. So my word for you guys from this video would say be curious. Embrace this change, be curious, learn that, and use AI to help you. And more than that, learn how to use AI on your projects and how to use AI to leverage the things you are doing, and use AI to make other people's lives easier. Not just your life easier, but someone else's life easier. That's what's coming, that's the future, and that's what's happening. I hope this reflection was good. I hope you got some insights from here. Let me know in the comments if you like that. If you want to discuss, I'm more than happy to answer your messages. Shoot me a message, leave me a comment. It's going to be very helpful for the others as well. And if you liked it, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and share this video with someone else. That was it for today, guys. Thank you. Until next time.